I have been a fan of Rosemary Clooney for a long, long time. In the movies, in White Christmas, we saw a little clip of that a moment ago, and of course her singing. I mean, she's an incredible singer, and a whole new generation of fans are beginning to enjoy Rosemary Clooney now, including those who are going to be at Ruth Eckerd Hall this Sunday. Folks, welcome the legendary Rosemary Clooney. Right here, my dear.
How you doing?
Have a seat right over here. Join me at this wonderful place.
Thank you.
It is great to have you here.
Thank you.
You know what?
Thank you.
I never realized.
Excuse me, Mike.
Joe, our producer, pulled out a little segment of White Christmas, and I just saw it on the screen, and that was George Chakiris, who later was in West Side Story, I think, and some things like that. And
amazingly enough, he was a chorus boy in the show, and he was always looked the way that he did, you know, which was gorgeous. But nobody paid much attention until the fan mail came in, Paramount. After that, and it was just a short cut in one song.
Yeah.
And he had one close up, and boy, it changed his life.
I've seen White Christmas 100 times and never noticed that George
well,
Chakiris was in it.
Mostly women wrote in.
Oh well, see, there I go. I didn't write in at all.
Yeah, so there you are.
George has never really floated my boat, if you know what I mean. I was hotter for Rosemary Clooney.
I'm not going to tell him that.
Certainly hope not.
Certainly not.
But that was a great motion picture. That was a great movie.
Don't watch it in the summer. It doesn't work in the summer.
Oh,
no, it works. It works beautifully in the winter with all the music is the thing that carries it. The music in Bing, you know, he was the boss of the whole show, and it was funny because he never said, well, you know, we'll do it this way. But since he had the kind of personality he did, and he was very adamant about doing things a certain way, very relaxed, he ran the show.
Well, you know, the irony was that movie, the song White Christmas, had been introduced in, what was it called, Holiday Inn, I think, before that.
In the 40s.
It was so successful that they said, let's do it again. And, and you did.
Oh, and Mr. Berlin was there when we recorded White Christmas after it had sold, I don't know how many millions of records at that time, too, you know, which was not easy. And he was walking up and down pacing to see that we were going to do the song White Christmas the right way. He was worried.
Yeah, that's the
biggest. Can you imagine that, Irving Berlin worried?
I can't imagine, not with pros like you guys handling the music like that.
Yeah.
You're doing concerts. You did, again, this year, the annual concert. It's become an annual thing in February at...
at Rainbow.
Up in New York City.
Yeah.
And that was just, what, last month, I guess?
In February, 4 weeks. Yeah.
I assume everything went well again this year.
Well, it did. I have 2 weeks that I'm really okay, you know. Then about the third week, a 67-year-old woman doesn't want to be in the cold. You know, she does not want to be in the cold and just, you know, march around in the snow with the boots and the coat. I did the third week, kind of skated by, took one night off, and finished out the 4. I think maybe I'm going to do 2 and 2 though. Because I'm okay for 2 weeks.
You ought to bring the whole shebang next February down here. I mean, we got great weather in February.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
By the way, somebody that you know left a little message on videotape for us. If Rosemary, if you'll take a look at one of these screens here.
This is the closest I can see.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, be sure to say hi to my Aunt Rosemary for me.
That's it. He's a man of few words, you know what I mean? He just said hi to Aunt Rosemary. That's pretty much it. This guy's hot now. You know, you can't get him to say much. We had to pay him by the word.
Oh, listen. You know something? It's an amazing thing. He's worked for 10 years. He's worked very hard. He's been in a lot of television shows, a lot of them that didn't make it. He must have made 10 pilots that didn't get off the ground. So I know, since he was 19 years old, he's worked at this. And so every single thing that good happens, he deserves.
Yeah, he, of course, everybody watches him on ER now.
Oh, I do.
He's going to be Batman.
I can't wait.
He's going to be Batman.
Oh, I know. My God, can you believe it?
Signed a 5-picture contract.
I know.
I hope you approve now. I hope Aunt Rosemary approves.
You know, it's funny. My daughter was head of a charity thing, and so she asked her cousin. She said, George, would you sign one of those lab coats? And they auctioned it off at some hoity-toity thing. And it brought $4,000.
Oh.
And I said, if I had known that, I would have kept all those clothes that kid left on the floor when he lived with me, for heaven's sake.
Hey, we're going to take a break. Back with more with Rosemary Clooney in a moment on Harris Live. Don't go away. Believe me, there's a lot more where this came from.
In a moment, the latest gadgets that you just can't live without.
Okay.
He's wonderful to me.
I've got, you know what, we were just talking about, something came up about Pepinrude Field on that little promo we're doing for the MS Walk, which is coming up in April, but you were mentioning Art Pepin's a good buddy of yours?
We've been friends for years, the whole family, Polly and Jill and all the kids. You know, I'm really crazy about that family. They're wonderful people.
You know, well, he's in the beer business. Art Pepin is.
Well, that's not bad either.
I know. I have put two wings. I put 2 wings on his house.
Really?
By supporting him.
By supporting him.
Yes, I certainly have.
No, we all appreciate it. The friends appreciate it as well.
Well, now Pep knows you're in town, and he will get in touch with us, and we'll get him in touch with you.
Okay, good.
For sure.
Good.
Hey, I want to mention another famous relative of yours because I watch him very, very often on AMC,
Nicky.
and that's Nick Clooney,
my
your brother.
My brother. He's my little brother.
He's great, too.
Yeah, I got to dye his hair, though. If he's my little brother, you know, he can't go around with that white hair.
Well, it's premature gray. You know, what can I say?
Isn't he good, though?
Oh, he's fantastic.
So good on it. Yeah,
he's great.
I'm crazy about him. He also writes very well. He has a column in Cincinnati, and it's syndicated, and so it's in quite a few places. And he's really, really a good writer. Really.
I want to talk to you about your music career because you just celebrated 50th year.
Yeah, my demi-centennial.
The demi-centennial, which you did an album with that.
Yeah.
And you have saluted a lot of the famous composers over the years. In fact, your most recent album is a salute to Nelson Riddle, who's one of my favorite.
Arrangers.
But who is your favorite?
My favorite composer would probably be, that's hard. I love Gershwin, but mostly I love Gershwin, the lyrics, and the lyricist is Ira, of course.
Yeah.
They're such easy songs to sing, and I lived next door to Ira for 30 years, so there's a little personal thing there too. Cole Porter, I find difficult to sing. There are singers that love him and do him really easily, but I find it difficult to sing.
Yeah, I think if you can do Cole Porter, people say, oh, instantly, you must be very talented if you can do well.
Yeah, I think that's probably right, you know, because it's hard. It's very hard to do Cole Porter. He has things where you can't get a breath. All through the night, da-da-dee, da-da-da, dee, da-da-da. Start turning blue. You start turning blue before the line is over, you know?
That's the problem.
Cole did not like singers. He did not like singing.
Tried to suffocate them all.
I know. Try to snuff us all out.
Who is your favorite singer? And when you look back with all the guys you've worked with in your career, I mean, you've worked with Sinatra and Crosby and all the great ones.
Do I have to say guys I worked with?
Well, they won't know. Yeah, it can be guys you work with. Nobody will tell them. Y'all promise not to tell?
No,
Okay.
no. My favorite, of course, was Bing. Also, because we did so much work together, and we had, hard for me still to say had. We had exactly the same range. He could pick a key for me, I could pick a key for him. So anytime we did a duet, we had no problem at all. It was really easy.
Yeah, y'all were magic in that in White Christmas. I mean,
yeah, well, we
incredible.
sang so much together. We toured together. Excuse me. The last couple of years that he was alive, he had never done personal appearances. So we went to London to the Palladium, and we went to Dublin. And boy, if you don't think Crosby and Clooney caused a thing down there.
Oh, I can imagine.
My God.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was quite raucous, but it was wonderful. And so I spent most of my singing career connected to him. So I think Bing. I love to listen to James Taylor.
James Taylor.
I love James Taylor. I love Sting.
The Taylor brothers and
Yeah,
Sting.
yeah. I love the way he sings. A wonderful voice.
I can't wait to talk about this on the radio. You know, if I would have picked out anybody, you know, I don't know why I wouldn't have said Sting, but that's just kind of surprising.
Yeah.
So you kind of like some of the contemporary music.
Well, see, I have 5 children.
Oh, you have to like it.
Well, not only that, but it wasn't such a shock for me to get into contemporary music because I kept hearing the changes as it went along with when my kids were listening to music.
Yeah.
Because I listened to it too.
Are you going to do any contemporary tunes on Sunday at Ruth Eckerd?
Well, let me see now. Well, I have a contemporary kid with me. My sister's child, Kathy Campo, is the best singer in our family. Thank God there's one out of all the grandchildren, or all the children that we had. And she's going to do the things that my sister did with me. So we had to do one section of songs from Demi-Centennial.
Here's the information, by the way, at Ruth Eckerd this Sunday, and the number to call to line up your tickets, 791-7400, to find one of Sting's most important fans. And I will get in touch with Art Pepin and tell him you're looking for him.
Now, where am I tomorrow night?
Tomorrow
Fort
night.
Myers. They're in Fort Myers.
In
tomorrow.
Fort Myers.
Thank you
Okay.
so
Yeah, they're
much,
watching in
because-
Fort
No,
Myers
with older
right now.
people, you got to know. See, you got to have somebody take you where you're
Well,
supposed
they're
to go.
going to take you. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
They're not going to send you out of here and say, now go
don't do
find
that.
where you are
Yeah,
next.
Thank you very much.
Hey, and you got to come
Let
down
me
here
find
from
your
now on in
friend. Okay.
February and do the whole
All right.
thing here.
Thanks, Jack.
Hey, thank you,
Thank you. It
Rosemary.
was
It's
wonderful.
terrific.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment with some really incredible gadgets. Wait till you see this stuff.